Hello, this is Phil Chenevert with yet another semi-useful little LibriVox video. The purpose of this one is to explore some of the very useful features built into our LibriVox forum. It occurred to me one day recently that our forum is the essential nexus of everything we do in LibriVox. I go there to read, to find books to read. I go there to ask for help, for example, right down here. I go there to upload my recordings, to download the things that I'm proof listening, to send private messages. Well, everything just goes through the forum. And over the years, our experienced and, of course, our brilliant administrators have apparently honed our forum into a streamlined, marvelous tool for us, and I want to tell them thanks before I get started. Well, actually, I'm already started. So, let me share some of the things I have discovered and enjoy. Now, since this is aimed at basically some new volunteers, it's going to be rather basic, but there may be one or two things you veterans don't know about yet. This is the main page, LibriVox Forums, and called the Board Index. Now, it is really an index of the many LibriVox forums that deal with different areas of LibriVox, as well as giving general information about each of them, and of course a link to the specific forum. So each of these here is actually a forum unto itself. This is the Book Suggestions Forum. This is the New Projects Launchpad Forum, and so forth. Now, by general information, I mean the Book Suggestions Forum tells us 1,372 topics, 8,900 posts, and it tells us that the very last post was by Nophidian on May 14th, and if I want to go see that one, I just click on that little paper right there. It's a quick way to jump to the last post and save some maneuvering. Once again, it's all built in. Now, at the very top of every forum page are links to other areas. You can see it says homepage, guides for listeners and volunteers, LibriVox Wiki. The ones I use the most are, of course, the Wiki, with tons of valuable information. I use the forum search engine, which allows me to quickly find the particular project or subject I'm looking for amongst the many thousands on here. And finally, I also use my user control panel, which allows me to update my profile, my signature, messages, look at my bookmarks, and lots of other stuff. Now, messing around with this area, the user control panel, is so much fun that I'm going to make a video specifically about all the neat things to do here, including how to show a link to your own personal LibriVox project page. Isn't that sound like fun? Yes. Okay. Now, there are currently 16 forums within LibriVox. If you count all of these going all the way down to the bottom, you see there are 16. Each is labeled with an obvious name, like, well, let's see, Readers Wanted Books. Here we go. Our Readers Wanted Short Works, Poetry, and Prose, which tells you exactly what you can expect. So far, it's been fairly obvious, so let's get to some unobvious stuff. Well, at least it was unobvious to me. I'm going to go to the Readers Wanted Books forum right here by clicking on its link. Now, each of these inside Readers Wanted Books, each of these is called a topic. But you may ask yourself, what are these strange symbols in the left column? I asked myself that. The eye inside of a triangle, let's see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, right there. The eye inside of a triangle is an informational announcement of some sort. The padlock indicates that it is locked. You cannot post a response. Whenever you see a padlock on the forum, that's what it means. You can't post a response. The exclamation point here inside of a blob, that's what I call it, is a sticky. It's an important piece of information that will always stay at the top of this forum so that it can be read by everybody. Ordinarily, whenever a new topic is added to the forum, it comes in at the top here. If somebody were to, well, here's one that was added a few minutes ago, and it pushes all the rest of things down. But these stickies will always stay there so everybody can read them. With these circles with pieces of paper inside of them tell me there are posts that I have not read. A white or blank means there are no posts, and a, let's say, brown, orange, whatever that color is, means there are unread posts. A blinking paper like this means the topic is a popular one with lots of activity. An unblinking paper, let's see if I can find an unblinking paper. Probably not. They're all blinking. Well, I'll have to go way down here. But if it's just a stationary piece of paper without this blinking back and forth, it means it's not very popular. Poor thing. A black dot. I'm going to zoom in again. A black dot in the upper left corner of the circle indicates that I am subscribed to this topic. Of course, if you were looking at your own forum, it would only give you your subscriptions. Now, I will explain this important concept in the next section, but first let's look at the topic title or name. A lot of information is squeezed into this name column to make our lives easier. Now, most topics have a black arrow pointing to a brown or orange piece of paper, which is a quick way for you to jump to the first post. Let me zoom on that too. There you go. Now, if there is no unread post, of course, there won't be an arrow like this one. Note that the forum knows who you are and individualizes it just for you and for me. Isn't that cool? Now, the next we have the brackets. The genre of the topic is usually put into brackets. For example, we have adventure, humor, mystery, child, meaning it's a children's book, science, and sometimes there will be several in here. It'll be like adventure, or it'll be fiction, something like that. Just to give you a general idea of what the topic is about. The word group means that different people will be reading the different sections, a group of people. In other words, it's not a solo. Now, a tilde in front of the bracket right here, I have to blow this up for you. Here's a tilde. That little wavy line there is called a tilde. It indicates that this topic or project is looking for a dedicated proof listener, someone who will listen to all the sections as they are uploaded. Without a DPL, dedicated proof listener, readers must wait for feedback until someone drops by and decides to do this for them, and this can take a long time. So naturally, LibriVox much prefers to have DPLs, and they are much appreciated, believe me, by everybody. They're not told they're appreciated, but they are. Now, the book title itself is next, followed by this is the book title, Seeing Things at Night by Haywood, Brune. I've read some of that. It's followed by the initials of the meta-coordinator. The meta-coordinator is the person or administrator who takes care of the many varied things behind the scenes, the technical requirements for this particular topic and project. They have assumed responsibility. And these are the initials. For example, let's go with LE, MB, LE, there's some initials. Naturally, they're not going to make it easy. Here we go, ARB. These are the initials that you're going to use to upload sections to the LibriVox uploader. And by putting the initials or choosing the correct meta-coordinator, that's called MC, it will get to the right place. I'm going to unzoom. I will now open a topic. Now let's say I'm very interested. Let's see, the Headless Horseman Adventure. Open a topic by simply clicking on the title. Now let's say that I'm very interested in this topic and want to know whenever something happens. I like, oh, the Headless Horseman. Well, I would click right up here in Subscribe Topic. I'm going to do it. Pop. Return to topic last visited. There. Now you'll notice that now it says unsubscribe topic. And as soon as I subscribe, I will immediately begin to receive emails whenever there is another post to this topic. So in other words, I'm going to stay right on top of everything that's happening. I'll let you know that I'm subscribed to probably 10 or 12 things right now, and I enjoy getting notifications about them. Now, if I were to post a reply, clicking right here, post reply, it would add a post to the bottom of this particular topic, and it would also immediately subscribe me if I'm not already subscribed. So whenever you want to subscribe to something, that's a quick way to do it. Lets you stay on top of things. Now, of course, I can unsubscribe at any time, and you can too. The next mark here is called Bookmark Topic. This was added recently, and it's a really nice tool. It allows me to keep track in one place of all the topics and forums that I just simply want to follow. Clicking here will add the bookmark, and they can be seen from your user control panel, which is up here. All in one place. Well, let's look at my user control panel, for example. It's connecting. Believe it or not, it's trying to connect. Here we go. This is my user control panel. I would go to Manage Bookmarks. Manage Bookmarks. Click once. And in one place, it's got all of the things that I'm doing. A lot of this I use this for my proof listening to be sure that I know what's going on. And I can quickly review the stuff that I want to. And of course, I can remove things from my bookmarks too. Let's go back to the Headless Horseman. Now I'd like to show you a quick way to move around the forums, and it's located at the very bottom of a page. I'm going to scroll down here. Way at the bottom, I hope this is in the screen, there is this one. It says Jump To. If I click this, it's got all of those, I think it's 16 different forums. Suppose I wanted to jump down to other projects. I'm volunteering for making covers for CDs, or I'm volunteering for the torrents, or whatever I want to do. All I have to do is click on it, and it will take me directly to that particular forum. Isn't that neat? As long as we're here, you notice how we have volunteers making covers. They are beautiful. Audio book, making M4B files. Oh, lots of interesting things here that to volunteer for. You don't have to read. The last thing I want to mention is how to find your personal LibriVox page. You find it in the magic window. This column here, I'll scroll, it's called Reader. And you may notice that here's me. That's my name. A quick click on this will take me to my personal page. Watch. It opens up inside the magic window. Here's my name. Here's my catalog name. By the way, you can also check anybody's catalog name. It tells how many sections I've read. And more importantly, it's how many projects I have where some sections are incomplete. For example, I have committed to read a Chesterton calendar section 04, and I haven't completed it. I've committed to read Dear Godchild, sections 2, 3, 7, and 8, and I have completed section 2. So I can quickly overview and look at it and say, oh, yes, I need to get back to the Lucy Maud, to the Montgomery stories, or redo my Pirates of Penzance or something to see what's going on. You can also check, for example, I know that I finished Pirates of Penzance, 3 months ago, but I'm still shown as not completed. So I may want to go check that thread and talk to the book coordinator and ask why I'm not shown as complete. Okay, now to get out of, by going back one page, the back arrow, or whatever browser you're using, will take you back to the magic window. Of course, you can also check anyone else's things here. Oh, let's look at the Kilted Dragon. You can buy his catalog name is Barry Eads. Of course, he's completed 318 sections. And I use this when I want to listen to somebody and I don't know their catalog name. It's a quick way to find out what it is. Notice that your personal page does not list the things that you volunteered to proof listen. And if you don't know what that is, well, we'll cover that later, I suppose, in another video. But to keep track of the things you proof listen, I use my bookmarks section to do that. Okay, and important notice that you won't have your link to your page unless you have volunteered to actually read a section or you've actually finished a section. Once you do one section, then your page will be shown up here. Well, there you go, folks. This is obviously there's obviously a lot more to forums than what I've touched on, but these are just a few of the things that I found really cool and neat on our LIbriVox forum pages. But then I am easily amused. So if you know of other things that you find cool that should be included and I've forgotten, or you see mistakes that I made in this video, just send me a personal message. This is Phil Chenevert, thanking you for volunteering in LIbriVox.